Playing the CPU, Byron wasn't able to play tonight, so I had my mic on mute a while ago, but got confirmation from Denbrew. Nobody's played the All Madden CPU yet. If it's just right away, within a little bit, if it feels just ungodly, I'm backing out and just going to sim this thing, so I'm not going to be in a bad mood over a CPU game. Oh, that's right. I got to eat. He's on autopilot now, maybe. Again, we're going to try it. It's all Madden. I don't know what the sliders are for the CPU.
State Farm Stadium in Glendale. That sound of the big red siren brings the Cardinals and their fans to action. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Arizona Cardinals. On the Tennessee sideline, you get a look at their
The first time I've ever got to watch my own team's entrance.
For a first win after 2 defeats. On the other side, his counterpart from Arizona. His team fell on the road last week trying to turn things around in front of the home folks here.
Trash.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. And off we go from Arizona. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time.
I don't know if he's a scrambler or
offense, their veteran
possibility.
It's fair to say this season hasn't gotten off to the type of start they likely envisioned for themselves, but it's still early. A win here, it could go a long way towards changing the trajectory of this entire season. But what's going to make this even more difficult today, not only the worthy opponent that they face, but having to go on the road and do it here.
Oh, they come after him right away, and Duffy goes on the first play of the game.
Mike, you said it. You mentioned just how loud it was, the energy in this building leading up to the opening kickoff. And with a sack like that on the first play of the game, this crowd's only going to get louder. And, man, we can feel it all the way up here in the booth.
They'll look to throw. Short one there to Okonkwo. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team.
Nice.
Fourth down.
Formation for the Titans.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today, and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
Still first down.
Ready? Ready, go! Start out with a run, and it's Benson. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Cardinals, first down.
Here we go.
Ready. At the 48-yard
Now give up the middle, it's Benson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Last play got 15. This one gains 15. And another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
He'll drop to throw. This one caught the 4. To the goal line and in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Arizona. His 4th TD grab of the season. Will Lutz now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Cardinals will take a 7-0 lead. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Titans offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Joshua Williams there to bring him down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Josh Jacobs was the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now. And John to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Cardinals offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Benson. Oh, yeah. Oh, big hole left side. And he will score. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's his 4th rushing touchdown of the year.
So you look back a week ago, Mike, and that tough loss, and you can already see this is a much different group. There's a different focus, there's a different clarity, there's a different operation in and out of the huddle. They look sharp, motivated, and 2 drives later, they've got 2 touchdowns, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Lutz for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cardinals move out on top, 14-0.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. A return now from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Titans offense back onto the field for their next possession. They've had it twice and they've punted twice, still seeking that first down of the game as they begin this 3rd drive. Now, faking the give. Quick throw here is complete. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. That's good for a Titan 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
In motion, Okonkwo. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Titans football here to start quarter number 2 as they come up to face 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
6-yard line.
They motion the slot man left. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. He'll get this out wide to Pollard. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll go with the sneak. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And a good run there. That'll get him 5 yards.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down for Tennessee.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Michael. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a design runner, and we can see there as he picks up the first down.
Tight end on the move left.
That is a big tight end.
And he's going to be stuck. Well,
that is a big tight end.
Going absolutely nowhere.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
Here we go. Now this time they'll look to throw. Catch made right side by Iomanner. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. A couple of 3rd down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Flush to his left. Taking off. He'll try to get there. On 4th down, on is the veteran Joey Sly for the Titans field goal. That one is good. And the Titans get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense and running back Trey Benson getting ready for their next drive. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half.
19 targets.
Trying to start on the ground. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On second down, it's Benson. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Jarvis Brownlee in on the tackle.
He's tackled at the 32.
Here's a third down and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
He's got his man. It's Harrison. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
That's going to be incomplete. Very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Glendale.
I swear, I think the substitution thing works so much better against the CPU. Like, it never substitutes guys in human
here with Benson. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down. They're able to convert by plenty on 3rd and 1.
What a luxury, Mike. Grant, I mean, to have a guy like this that you know when you need these tough yards, you could just turn around, handle the ball, and let him go get it. He's had some success already here in the first half, and that's a nice run to keep this drive going.
A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Arizona. That's his first touchdown of the new year. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Cardinals move out to a 21-3 advantage. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Titans offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Send a man in motion right. Throwing now on first and 10. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Set to go now on first and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here.
You got 2 seconds to make the choice.
With 12 seconds to go
Come
in this first half. They'll look to throw again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him. He really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans are back within 2 scores.
And at this point, they need all the points they can get. So kudos to them coming away with 3 before the half. And I think they're going to need an overall better performance offensively going forward if they plan on pulling off this second half comeback.
From his own end zone, Rashid Shaheed. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Ready, set. Ready. Viking 18. Let's go.
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call.
Still first down.
Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60. Take go.
Quick throw, taken in.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
A quick throw on his RPO, and Downs has it. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. Ready.
On third down, they go with Benson. Call it a gain of 13. It's an Arizona first down.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. They're going to work this down inside the 45. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Let's go now. Ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end, Braden Willis. Well, that helps. Going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
Third and 4.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field. But they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
Come on.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. This returnable from the 4. Ooh. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Titans offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule and the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Do you pooch it? Do you kick it out the back of the end zone? And I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember were a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of on a failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball at the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more 4th and goal situations because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the NFL are a lot like the people who play the video games. Let's go for it on 4th down. We're seeing it more, and it adds to the excitement of the NFL in 2025. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready, you're up.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
Ready.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Get it. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
He'll drop to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
What? Why is my kicker in this punter again?
At about the 24-yard line.
Oh, this
Out
game.
comes the Tennessee offense. They get
This stupid game. Punter's never gonna get no stinking stats.
set to see what they can do. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down. On the ground, it's Jacobs. Past midfield to the 45. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. A gain there of 27 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. Nothing for a run after catch on that one. Out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. It is 3rd and long. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. The Cardinals offense and running back Trey Benson getting ready for their next drive. And they're looking to get back to their winning ways after the loss in Week 2. They go to 2-1. They can hold on here. This drive starts with 1st and 10.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Come on.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle is Harrison. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
That's good for a Cardinals first down.
Let's go.
Back to throw. To the outside, he's got Harrison. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Titans' 48-yard line.
On the move, left is Benson. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. They gain 18 yards on that one. It's an Arizona first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
A handoff as they try to run it here. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third and long. Now, faking the give, forced out wide. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
When you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far, that has proven to not be the case.
Ready? 60 by...
Handoff here, up the middle. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
Straight up did not block that guy on the edge.
Go, check. Go, check. Let's go. Ready.
They'll stick with him again. And the Cardinals are going to be set up first and goal. Couldn't reach the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come?
Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. The Titans have got it. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a...
And he's going to be taken down back at the 2-yard line. Straight ahead with Jacobs. Oh, he gets swarmed under. They meet him in the end zone. It is a safety. And that is the last thing you want to do, Greg. When you have the ball on offense in your hands and the other team gets points, it is 2 with a safety there.
And it's really a rare play in the NFL, Mike. We just don't see it very often. So anytime a defense gets the run off the field celebrating, getting an easy 2 points, they'll take it.
And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. This one appears to be... in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong.
Here we go.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll give on the ground. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Darnell Savage.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
First and 10 now from the 36. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. He'll get it inside the 20. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And that ball out of reach. Toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Dayton Reed was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Got his man at the 6. And he's going to have a Titans first down by a good couple of yards. They will indeed get the conversion on 4th and 10.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth. And
the blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes. Pushed back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. His receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold him to a gain of 3. And that's going to set up 3rd and goal. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. They'll throw out of the gun. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and He's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down. The Cards offense getting set to get back to work. And with the defense out of timeouts, they cannot stop the clock. Just a couple of kneel downs should do it.
Oh, come on.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the Cardinals. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory.
I think if this team was a lot better overall, it probably would have been really tough to beat. Cash is sailed.